It's Ketchup Packets.
Hey everybody, I'm Sean.
I'm Nate.
And this is Ketchup Packets. And today we are watching the mid-season finale, Season 6, Episode 7 of Better Call Saul, entitled Plan and Execution. So they've been planning the downfall of Howard, and now they're going to execute the plan.
But the plan just got a huge wrench in its gears.
The guy has a broken arm.
He sure does.
But Kim says it happens today, and she busts a Yui. So...
And then the episode just ends abruptly like that.
It's called what they call a cliffhanger. This series has done that before. I recall a gun battle that cut away in the middle.
Yeah, just in the middle.
That was rather frustrating. So, what do you think's going to happen in this episode? They're going to bring down Howard.
Yeah, well, I mean, I still am not fully understanding what the whole plan is in the first place. So
no, we definitely didn't
understand.
understand.
I don't understand what went wrong anyway.
At the end of the last episode, we told everyone to explain to us in the comments what it was that we didn't figure out. But we're shooting this now, and we haven't posted that yet.
Oh.
And it won't be up for a little while, so... It was pointless for us to ask that, and we will have seen it by the time you leave those. But leave them anyway, because we like engagements. It helps the channel.
There's also a possibility, though, that at the end of this episode, we will still be confused because we're missing a piece somewhere.
Maybe. No, I mean, so there's the retired judge, I believe they refer to him as, and then Jimmy got the drugs from the vet, and then there were photographs of them together, and the $20,000 in cash that he got out of the bank, right?
Yep.
So the drugs made it look like he was on stimulant.
Yes.
And they had been talking about Howard being on drugs, so maybe you're right that he's supposed to be Howard in the pictures. But I thought it was pretty clearly Bob Odenkirk. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, those pictures weren't exactly... I don't think you'd be able to see Howard's eyeballs.
Right, if it's close enough to tell his pupils are dilated, it's close enough to tell it's not Howard.
Yeah.
You know, so...
I mean, also, you can get... I'm pretty sure you can get eye drops that dilate your eyes. You don't need, like, a stimulant drug. That's untraceable.
Right.
Like, there's so many things about this that's like, well, is it supposed to be, like... Is it like a replacing a piss test of some sort? But that doesn't work because he's not... It's not traceable on a drug test.
Yeah.
They specifically said.
I think we just need to get to it. I think, and, you know, we've speculated at the end of the last one too, and it's like clearly we don't get it, and I just want to see what's going on. There's been, you know, we're a few weeks behind on this, and there's definitely been a lot of rumbling online about how this episode is crazy. So I'm excited to see what goes on here. So
let's go crazy.
Yeah, we've got a Patreon. We're ahead down there, so you can go check that out if you want to. And otherwise, thanks for watching. Let's check out Better Call Saul. What? Raphael up in here? Same joke.
Yep.
Which one of them has a crowbar?
Was Picasso, I think, the fifth one?
He's way after the Renaissance.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't... I'm not...
You don't know any more Renaissance artists?
Nope.
Is it still Germany? I get America vibes from this street.
I'm thinking it's America, yeah. I was just thinking, I bet you the car budget on this show is pretty light, because they all have to be, like, used 90s cars, or, like...
Yeah, those might be harder to track down, who knows?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Truck stop shower with the curtain open.
Yeah.
That's a bold choice.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do that. I mean, I don't think Lalo's afraid of anything.
It's true.
He's got a very unsettling sort of like, he seems like he's always content, even when he's doing something terrible, you know? So he's just like, he's just waiting in a sewer. I think it's like, it's a spot where he's not going to be seen by anyone.
Yeah, he's skipping forward in time. You know,
he's like he's just shy of going like doo 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 doo. kind of humming to himself while he does this shit. It's pretty
true.
terrifying character.
He doesn't seem like anything can stress him out.
Yeah, he's just floating through.
The one exception was when he was escaping from the commandos. At the end of season 5. He seemed genuinely rattled at that time.
Yeah.
I think because he was caught genuinely off guard by that happening.
Yeah, exactly. But even then, he was methodically going through the situation pretty surgically.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Yeah.
Imagine you see that from outside.
I would just pretend I didn't. Just be like, I do not want any part of any of this.
Listen to me, I'm a philosopher. Listen to me, I'm a philosopher. Listen to me, I'm a philosopher.
I've definitely done that.
Listen to me.
Practice the inflection of a phrase.
Yeah, or just talking to myself.
You must do this. You must. Love? That's try.
Get in! We need to reshoot. $300 for 90
Oh, he's
He's an actor, yeah.
Hey, come here. How often do we get a chance to use our craft and shine, huh? To really slide inside the skin of yet another human being and make the kind of magic that other people only dream of. Now, listen. Seize the day. Carpe diem. Don't live with regret.
Let nothing stand in your way.
Here's the spirit that takes me.
That's how you talk to an aspiring actor who's
right.
pushing carts in a parking lot.
Yeah.
This could be your chance to really break in.
Oh, they're gonna hit that car. Oh no!
Professor Tanis does not represent the views of the Equipment Center. I represent the views of the Equipment Center, okay? So, the good cameras, those are for the few, the proud, the auteurs. Capiche?
Is that you making Saul's
Yep.
commercials?
I have some very important responsibilities elsewhere on campus, but I'll be back. And fair warning, there's gonna be a quiz later, probably. Don't touch the equipment, I'll know.
All right.
My fee's $500.
500? What? We did the same job last week for 100.
If you think this is the same, feel free to go find someone else.
What? No, 500. Fine. Jesus.
5. Pinky promise?
Pinky, all the fingers. Just don't tell the others.
Right choice, you're paying for the best.
The best ass reaming.
That'd be extra.
This is ridiculous. How are they gonna make this happen on time?
Yeah.
How's my boy looking?
Oh, I think better today. I used a foundation that's a little closer to his skin tone, and I found a spirit gum that isn't so gunky, so it makes the mustache look more natural.
I like it. Looks good.
Hold on.
She likes a chance to
Yeah.
try again.
Yep.
Get it a little better.
Okay, get it in gear. We're on a deadline. Thank God.
Do they know exactly what they're involved in?
I think they have the idea that Saul isn't exactly
You sure of this?
like above board all the time.
I
But
mean, before they were just making commercials for him, though, and that's totally
Yeah.
above board. So,
Yeah.
like,
That's
it's
almost as much as you were. Here, give me the bag. You get back in the car, bust the speed limit, you'll still make that lunch.
Jimmy, this is where I need to be.
she doesn't care about her legitimate
Yep.
career.
You're on a covert mission to accept a very important package, and you want to play it casual, okay? But knowing, an air of mystery, intrigue.
Yeah, see, they're not being
You know what?
totally overt about exactly
yeah,
what's going
that's
on
true.
here. Yeah, he's not dressed up like Howard.
Keep it steady.
No, you're right.
What is she?
Camera reload.
This is.
Lenny, Lenny, why don't you try, walking behind the bench and Jimmy pass it back to him?
This only made sense to me if he was Howard. Now it makes no sense still.
I really don't understand what's going on here. There we go. There's the money shot. And it's definitely Saul on the bench.
Yeah, there's no way that the photographer guy doesn't have an
Yeah,
idea that
sure.
this is.
Especially with how
Yeah.
agitated they are.
Yeah.
Also, just like, what was the scene about in the first place? Why are they getting those photos?
We have to find out. I mean, they will tell us.
Yeah.
What's that?
Don't worry about it. You need to know on this one.
How did they think of this? Like,
Yeah.
This is really, really involved, whatever they're doing.
Yeah. I want to know what the little drops of... What's that about?
This feels like a Walter White plan, and there's no Walter White to concoct it, you know? Run, Jimmy, run, Jimmy, run.
Go!
Wait. Was that Howard's PI?
Was it?
I think it was, right?
It was a quick shot of him. Yeah, I think you're right.
So he like just paid him more to deliver this instead, or are we just like the worst Better Call Saul viewers in the world? Here, this does not make sense.
Oh my god. Were they doing all this crap to Howard in order to make him get a PI?
Like
I think Saul's got control of the PI in the first place.
Okay.
Let me show you a little trick. Something about the centrifugal force. Pulls the bubbles from the inside of the can, stops it from exploding. Don't want our clients to get a surprise, now do we?
That works.
There you go.
Interesting. I'm going to be testing that.
All right.
You know who taught me that trick? He used to do it, out of habit. Anytime he opened a can, almost unconsciously.
Because Jimmy would shake him all the time.
Yeah, probably.
I have to ask, who is that?
Charles McGill. The M in HHM. Greatest legal mind I ever knew.
Wow. I hope someone says that about me someday.
Well, maybe there are more important things.
Poor Howard, man.
Yeah.
Now?
I told him you have a meeting.
All the parties are here?
Rich Schweikart and his team are running late. They just phoned. About 10 minutes out.
Janendowski say what he wants?
Just that there's been a development. Said you'd know what he means.
So they want Howard to think Saul did something, and then like accuse him publicly and look like a fool, or? But we still don't understand why the drugs.
McGill sat on a bench in Trumbull Park. Then the subject you see there passed by and collected a package from McGill, tucked it in his sling. Didn't realize what it was until I saw the photos up close.
Because if I'm right about that, that thing never had $20,000 in it.
No,
right?
it just was what he was supposed to say then. Yeah.
And the man with the mustache?
I was hoping you'd recognize him.
I don't, but what can you do to find this man?
I know he drives a silver Miata, and I got a partial plate. Not perfect, but enough. It'll take some extra man hours, and I might have to grease some wheels over at MVD.
Do it. Whatever needs to be done.
I'm on it.
Get more billings out of him.
Yeah.
You're going to meet Mr. Schweikart and his associates, who represent Sandpiper's interests, and it's all going to be very polite and professional. And to make sure it stays polite and professional, an independent mediator is going to keep things that way. Kind of like a referee.
Yeah, very nice retired judge out of Santa Fe, Judge Casimiro. I've known for many,
I
many
see.
years.
So when he walks in, Howard's gonna think that Saul paid him.
Yep.
I'm just so glad this is all.
So he's the mediator. Okay.
Well, we all know the saying, the wheels of justice turn slowly. Things probably won't be over today.
But
there's a chance.
Howard
But we're
doesn't know what he
fighting
looks
very
like.
hard to get.
He didn't yet, but he will when he sees him here.
I am not going to do anything that you don't tell me to do.
Well, we will advise you to the best of our ability. I can assure you of that.
All the parties are here.
All that stuff was to just get Howard to hire the PI so that he would.
And Judge Casimiro?
In the waiting
So at
area,
this
where you can
meeting.
come in once we're all assembled.
Okay, but the drugs. Why the drugs?
Now, let's get you down there in style.
Are they putting the drugs on the photos?
I'm fine.
So it's on Howard's hands?
Yeah, but it's untraceable.
Yeah,
so easy for you as possible. Thank you for indulging me, Irene.
Maybe they want him to be under the influence of the drugs when he encounters the real judge, so he's sure to make a scene.
Yeah, maybe.
Anybody else hot?
Yeah, he's feeling it.
I'm good.
Yeah, too much caffeine in a situation like this is probably not a good. Especially Howard's just a little bit high-strung all the time, so I can imagine this is going to be a disaster.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, they wanted it untraceable, so if he, like, has the thought, somebody gave me something, it can't show up in any test.
And it looks like our mediator has arrived, so we'll get started.
Got you right there at the head of the table. Is there anything I can get you?
No, I'm absolutely fine. Thank you. I am a pencil and notepad person. All I need. Hello.
This is insane.
Yeah, this is...
What's Howard gonna do?
All the best solutions mean compromise. It's compromise from both sides. That's my goal. But as my wife always says, compromising doesn't mean I'm right and she's wrong. So, let us move forward with the...
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Howard?
Wow.
Howard, even if what you believe is true, this is not the time to bring it up. This is not when you do this. You go through the proceeding normally.
I'm sorry.
Think about the firm.
But he's
I don't think we can proceed with these negotiations
also,
today.
like, topped up on something.
Well, I'm going to have to insist that you be more specific.
Well, our mediator here keeps using the word compromise when he, in fact, is compromised.
Oh, no.
Just throwing it out. Oh, my God.
If it matters, I arrived in town about 10. I stopped at a gas station. I went by a liquor store and bought a gift. I had a lunch salad and a very nice latte from the Flying Star in Manal. I read Barron's, then came here.
So
oh, no.
Our mutual acquaintance, James Morgan McGill.
Oh, no.
Or maybe you know him as Saul Goodman.
I don't know anyone by either of those names.
Okay. You want to go that way? Julie, go to my desk, please.
Yeah.
There's an envelope with photos. Bring it to me.
Okay, so what is he gonna...
Oh, my God.
Howard, can we have a sidebar?
I'm sorry. These photos. These are photos of me?
They show exactly what I'm
But
describing.
Jimmy's in the pictures, though, so, like, if other people see them, how is he not exposed to staging this?
Jimmy McGill.
Being like, that's not me, but it looks exactly like me.
What I estimate to be a $20,000 payoff this morning in the park.
I'm sorry. This is just...
Accusing the judge of taking bribes at the mediation.
You recommended this judge as a mediator, and we agreed. And now, Jimmy McGill, who originated this suit, is what?
Admittedly, it all sounds a bit baroque, but when you see the photos, things will be clear.
He's so...
Yeah, this is... Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to that.
And the photos gonna, like, change over time or something, or what's the deal with those?
No, I think they're going to show what they show.
Take a look.
How did they do that?
Is that supposed to be me?
I told you they were gonna change.
Yeah.
But how did they do that?
Julie, you got the wrong envelope.
That was the only one on your desk.
Look again.
Oh, no.
They've been switched. Somehow he switched them.
Howard?
No, Jimmy. He snuck in somehow.
This is just like what happened to Chuck.
Mr. Hamlin, are you all right? Your eyes.
I am fine.
Oh, no.
This is all something that will be sorted out. I am confident.
I think a recess is in order.
Oh, Jesus, they really did it.
Yeah.
Evidence has been tampered with.
Now, Howard, please.
This is like next level gaslighting.
I'll call my PI. He has the negatives.
Listen to me.
No. The original photos will prove everything.
Not going to be able to reach him.
You'll see. Okay. This isn't
All right, I'm gonna figure out what the hell's happening.
Oh my god, he looks so tweaked out.
Yeah, this is so bad.
Yeah.
This is bad stuff they're doing. This is a man's life.
Judge,
it's all over the settlement money, right?
Allegedly,
and
and just personal grudge.
You say that Jimmy McGill drugged you. How is that possible?
The photos. They were wet with something.
The missing photos.
Yeah, my PI, Janendowski, had to have been in on it. He must have shown me one set of photos and then switched them after I left the office.
How?
Sure, oh, yeah.
3 weeks ago, Julie got a call from our detective agency. They wanted to update their contact info. So, of course, she changed the number in the system, but it turns out it wasn't them. That was Jimmy. So when I needed an investigator to follow Jimmy, I called his fake number and his fake man. She just found the old number. And, of course, got the actual agency.
Cliff doesn't buy it, though.
And, no surprise, no one by the name of Janendowski had ever worked there. I hired a con man. I got played. Every step of the way.
Good call
Does
picking
he
up on
have-
that.
Yeah.
We have to settle.
I'm lead attorney. And I won't sanction that decision.
Then I'm obligated to go to the partners and explain everything I've seen. All of it. You think you're going to be able to convince them it was all Jimmy McGill?
Well, it was.
Yeah. You think Cliff
go to
believes
trial.
him?
I think
this case is
he
incredibly
believes it's
strong.
possible. He knows Jimmy.
Then
I'm
everyone
not
will
thinking
know.
about you, Howard. I'm not thinking about Jimmy. I'm thinking about the time, the expense, the uncertainty. I'm thinking about our clients.
He knows playing bagpipes in the office, Jimmy McGill, you know?
Yep.
This is Clifford Maine, lead counsel speaking, and I'm here with some good news. An offer has been made and accepted by Mrs. Irene Landry, which is going to make all of you, I believe...
Oh my god.
Guys. Come on.
¿Ve eso? Ahí está. El secreto de Fring. Llevo tiempo vigilando y Fring esconde a sus guardias muy bien. Pero ahí están, vestidos de empleados de la lavandería. Así que hoy en la noche voy a entrar ahí. Voy a matar a todos sus guardias y le voy a enseñar la evidencia. Y ya después, usted decide. Adiós.
Is he really gonna do that? Kill all the guys?
Wouldn't put it past him.
I'm looking to speak to one of your residents, Hector Salamanca.
I'm a relative.
Of course, just a moment.
Somebody's listening?
Mm-hmm.
They have the Casa Tranquila line bugged, or what?
Or is it his?
No, I think it was Casa Tranquila, but now he's worried that he just gave himself away.
Yeah.
Casa Tranquila.
Yeah, sorry, I think I lost connection. I'm trying to reach Hector Salamanca.
Yes, sorry about that. Let's try that again. Hold on.
So why did he...
I don't know.
Hello?
Maybe because it's kind of too late already.
Es que vuelvo al plan original. A él le va a llegar una sorpresa hoy en la noche. Tío, no. Eladio no va a estar contento, pero es la única manera.
Is Hector trying to get him to stop talking? Does he know that the line is probably tapped? Does Lalo want Gus to hear what he just said?
Oh. Yeah, I would think so.
Like, that's why he called back after he thought, oh, he's tapping the line. Like, he's got a new plan now, and it involves... Because he said, I didn't find anything. He covers his tracks well, and, like, that's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now they're going to call guards to the house, because that's what Lalo knows about, and they're going to leave the laundry unguarded.
We need home court advantage, which is you in the safe house and him thinking you're alone.
Yeah, that's...
I pulled guys off all the low-priority targets to cover you.
The laundry.
Tyrus is there with his crew. Aside from that, it's all hands on deck at your house.
Well, we know Tyrus doesn't die.
Mm-hmm.
Salamanca shows up, he goes down.
Is Gus gonna consider that Lala left the message on purpose for them to hear? Or?
I don't know. I don't know if he's...
Of mankind is man.
I think he's caught off guard legitimately. I don't think he's gonna catch that.
Yes, I know. I've been doing some studying of different mankind lately. Like the ones you told me, Thomas Jefferson last week.
Is it Howard this time?
You know, we don't have to get it.
Is it Lalo again?
He worked so hard to get what he
We should probably get this over with. No, get it? Just in case Max Schmeling.
They expect Howard, but it's Lalo.
Can I come in?
No.
Yeah.
Kim?
Howard.
Oh, Jesus.
Your brother and I, we always had a meeting with Mr. McCallan after a big victory. Usually some brilliant summation by Chuck.
He's not looking so hot.
No, he really isn't.
This is for you. You earned it. You won.
Won?
Oh, we don't know what you're talking about.
What is it? I sided with Chuck too often. I took away your office, put you in doc review. All of the above. Howard's daddy helped him get to the top, but you both had to struggle. Howie has so much, and we have so little. Let's take him down a peg or two.
Just answer his question, though.
Because this isn't just a prank.
It's gotta drive you crazy wondering why would they do this? Like, why so much effort?
Why go through this elaborate plot just to burn me to the ground?
Burn you to the ground? Howard, come on. You'll be fine. You always land on your feet.
Yeah, sure. The Sandpiper settlement, HHM share will be substantial, absolutely. Even though I humiliated myself. And my clients and peers will whisper that Howard Hamlin's a drug addict. You're right. I've worked my way through worse.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to ever shake.
You two are soulless. Jimmy, you can't help yourself. Chuck knew it. You were born that way. But you, one of the smartest and most promising human beings I've ever known. And this is the life you choose.
All right, you're too tight to drive. I'm calling you.
Oh, good. Phony
You think he's gonna get to her?
Very believable, but I'm far from done.
I hope he does.
You are done, Howard. Sorry, but you need to stop this now, and you need to go home.
Yep, he's under his skin.
I thought you did it for the money, but now it's so clear. Screw the money. You did it for fun. You get off on it. You're like...
They literally do.
I'm going to make it clear to everyone, because I'm going to dedicate my life to making sure that everybody knows the truth.
What's with the candle?
You can't hide who you really are forever.
Lalo's here now. Is he gonna kill Howard?
Howard, you need to leave.
Who are you? Me? Nobody. I just need to talk to my lawyers.
Oh, is that right? You want some advice? Find better lawyers.
Howard, please, just...
Oh, no.
This is he's gonna kill Howard.
Let's take your time.
What's this about?
For seeing him, you know?
Yeah, yep.
Please, just tell us what you want.
Well, like I said, to talk.
I think I'm in the middle of something. There's really no need.
No. Oh, come on!
Oh my God! No! Oh my God!
No!
Jeez.
Okay. Let's talk.
Whoa.
The word is out. I have actual paying clients.
Yeah. Whew.
Whoa.
That was really sad.
Yeah.
Well, there's an unintended consequence of your scheme.
For real.
Maybe he'll be at your house when a crazy murderer shows up.
I mean, it's kind of frustrating that it wasn't something more connected, you know, but it was just kind of like, this is what your garbage, like, this is what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like they are responsible for how we're dying right there necessarily. That's on Lalo, but it's like, cosmically, it's like with Walt and the airplanes, you know, where it's like, he could not have been expected to foresee this as a reasonable consequences of your behavior, but it's still because of what you did, you know. Like,
none of these people would be in the same place right now if it wasn't for your actions that you chose.
Exactly. You should not, it's not as though we can say you should have foreseen this outcome, but it's still, if you hadn't done what you were doing, which also was a scummy thing to do, this wouldn't be the outcome.
I was thinking, you know, when Lalo showed up, if I was Howard, I would be thinking to myself, oh my god, they still haven't stopped. They have a fake hitman or something come into there and put a, you know, a silencer on a gun. And, I would just be like, really? How much further does this need to go? You know?
Oh, wow. Have you seen the movie Game Night?
No.
There's a funny movie, Game Night, that I recommend that has, it's like, that's sort of the premise of it, of serious things happening and people believing it's an elaborate prank. It's like people that get involved in an elaborate prank game and then a serious situation actually begins unfolding while they're playing that, and so they don't know what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie. I recommend it. But yeah, that's a diversion. This was crazy. The plan that they were doing all came together very nicely.
Yes,
it all made sense.
I understand all the pieces now.
The thing that we had not... The thing that made it all fit was that the PI is on Saul's side.
Yes.
You know? Then suddenly...
And why they would... Why the retired judge was important. We must have been...
mediation.
Or like, we must
have been
so
talking
how he
about
was
when she
involved.
said that.
But yeah. That was... Oh, man. The gaslighting is just so brutal. I think that is one of the cruelest things that you could do to somebody, is make them think that they're going insane. So, like, make the people around them think that they're going insane.
Definitely. They ruined his... Like he was saying, people will be muttering Howard Hamlin's a drug addict forever, you know? And, like, that scene that he made in front of all those people from Schweikert and Coakley and from his own firm is never going to be you know, like, they will not forget that. So, I mean, it's a moot point now because he is dead. And Lalo is not a guy who cleans up crime scenes. So, like, do they have to dispose of Howard's body after Lalo leaves, do you think?
Yeah, I imagine that they will. Lalo's just gonna leave it there.
Yeah, so what are they gonna do?
Unless Lalo needs him to be... No, he only needs information. He doesn't need him to be... He doesn't care what happens to them after this point.
Probably not, yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly why he wants to talk to them, even. Like, why did he show up in their apartment? He killed Howard. That's such a bummer.
Yeah.
And, like, it was... he just went through exactly the same death as... I mean, obviously not exactly the same, but very parallel death to Chuck, of, like, being driven to make a scene in a public way that embarrassed him a lot, and then dying immediately afterwards. So...
It's almost like it's kind of like a common character arc in this show that's like, oh, well... Having to deal with Jimmy. Jimmy makes you go insane, and then you end up dead somehow. It's like they.
But he got their number right before he died. He was, you know, he figured out completely they did this for fun. It's the same sort of thing as Breaking Bad, where he talks about doing it for the money and for his family, and it's because it's satisfying is the real answer.
Yeah.
And this is the same thing going on here. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. What are they gonna do? They have to get rid of his body.
And Gus went back to the safe house, but Lalo wanted him to go there, so now Lalo has any other target with minimal security at it.
Yeah.
He was gonna hit the laundry until he almost got, you know, like, until he changed the plan there, so what's...
Yeah. I wonder if any of the people in Howard's vicinity that were worried about his quote-unquote drug use and stuff like that were like, you know, Howard's not exactly hard at his core, like... If he keeps this up, eventually he's going to end up getting shot in the head by a drug dealer. We're going to find out, you know?
You think they'll stage it?
No, I don't think so.
That seems a little
they're going to have to get
out
rid
there.
of him.
Yeah, but how do they... I mean, they don't have the dissolving in acid technique.
No.
So what will they be doing with Howard's body? How can, I mean, are they going to use somebody from the little black book they got from the vet that has all sorts of criminal contacts? One
Maybe.
wrench in the gear of all that is, oh, hang on. Our sound recording. Robert Forster is dead, who played Ed Yelbraith, the vacuum cleaner guy.
Yeah.
So he cannot appear in the series. They'll have to reference him with a phone call that we only hear our end of, you know?
Yeah.
If they're going to include that character.
Right. I imagine that they'll figure out a way to make it work.
They showed us his card, so I think that they will be including his character in some capacity, but he's not going to appear. I think he died right around the time that El Camino was released.
Oh, yeah?
You have seen El Camino, right?
Yep.
Okay, good,
Yep.
good. Never talked about that.
I wonder... Yeah, maybe they'll like do like a deep fake of them. Maybe they'll use this. No, I hope not.
This is not Star Wars, you know?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that they're better than that, I would hope, but we'll see. Guess we'll have to see. This show's back pretty soon. It's back on July 11th. So
Ooh, that's exciting.
I think by the time we post this, that's only a few days away. So we're going to be able to watch things pretty soon after they come out. So hopefully we'll only be like a week or so behind real-time releases on these very shortly. So yeah. Anything else?
I mean, jeez. I wonder what Lalo's like big plan is, you know? Like,
yeah. I mean, we don't know. That's the new question now, is what is Lalo going to try to do to Gus? That's the remaining... I think we have 6 episodes left. That's not a lot.
No.
We are sprinting to the end now.
Yeah, this is going to all have to play out.
It's going to connect up. Are we going to see more? I'm sure there will be more people from Breaking Bad and the Breaking Bad universe in here. Do you think we're going to go all the way up to, like... Saul gets the call, and it's Badger who got busted and calls him in, and like the connecting point to Breaking Bad appears. Mr. Mayhew shows up in his office, being Walt with the hat on, you know?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be a little cheap, I guess, but it depends on how they do it, I guess. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, but it's... They have to tread lightly when, like, bumping right into Breaking Bad like that, you know?
Especially because so much time has passed, you know? Like, actors have aged, you know, they've done a pretty good job in this show of somehow make, like, I think the guy who plays Gus, what's his name?
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yes, he just doesn't really age very fast.
I mean, if you watch this season of this show and then go back and watch season 3 of Breaking Bad, he's noticeably different, you know, but it's gradual enough, and he can still embody the character well enough that it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Maybe that's the important part anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. This has been the mid-season finale of Better Call Saul. That was sad to see Howard go. We salute you, sir. You're a fine lawyer. So, yeah, thanks for watching with us. Until next time, I'm Sean.
I'm Nate.
And this is Ketchup Packets. Bye-bye.